Hello, students. Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? Students, let's again do physics today. Students, నిన్న మనం రే డయాగ్రామ్స్ చూసాము ఫర్ మిరర్స్ అండ్ లెన్సెస్ ఫర్ రిఫ్రాక్షన్ చూసాము నిన్న and we have seen ray diagrams for refracting light, ray of light which gets refracted, gets fractured at the interface, then there are the curved surface, then lenses. So let's quickly revise what happens when a light ray passes through a lens and then go for problems. We were doing problems yesterday, objective questions. Let's continue with objective questions after we do ray diagrams. All right, we'll quickly revise. మీరు ఇది చేసే ఉంటారు ray diagrams, but మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చేసేద్దాము. Quick discussion చేద్దాము. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Pranay, we have got Pranay, Neha, Harshita, Mudassir, Lakshmi, Charan Tej. All right, Kranti, Babu. All right, great. Good evening, everybody. So here are lenses, spherical lenses. Spherical lenses are of different types. First is plano-convex lens. The other is convex lens. Then you have got concave lens. Then you have got plano-concave lens. Convex ఎలా చెప్పగలుగుతాము, ఒక లెన్స్ ఇస్తే పట్టుకొని ఎలా చెప్పగలుగుతామంటే మధ్యలో పట్టుకుంటే it will be thicker than the corners, edges. If it is thicker at the middle and thinner at the edges, then it's convex lens. If it's thinner in the middle and thicker at the edges, like concave, it's called concave lens. So it's called plano-convex or plano-concave if one surface, one side of the lens is plane. All right. So we are going to discuss thin lenses, students. మనకి syllabus లో thin lens ఉంది, thick lens లేదు. Thin lens దేన్ని అంటారు? When you have got negligible thickness, it's called thin lens, or more technically, when thickness is negligible, we say thin lens, or more technically, when the radius of curvature ఉంటుంది కదా, radius of curvature of the surface is huge compared to the thickness of the lens. It's called thin lens. If R is much larger than the thickness, we consider the lens as a thin lens. Thick lens మీకు intermediate ఉంటుంది, students. So at this level, at this juncture, you have only thin lenses. Our Tsrjc exams లో, Polycet exam లో మీకు thin lens మాత్రమే ఉంది. And one interesting thing is, I mean, not interesting, it's interesting of course, but one aspect is we do not consider refraction at two surfaces. Actually ఏమవుతుంది, ఈ సర్ఫేస్ దగ్గర రిఫ్రాక్ట్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ ఈ సర్ఫేస్ దగ్గర రిఫ్రాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. టూ రిఫ్రాక్షన్స్ అవుతున్నాయి, టూ ఈవెంట్స్ అవుతున్నాయి. ఇక్కడ రిఫ్రాక్షన్ 2 times అవుతుంది. లైట్ రే బెండ్ ఎక్కడ అవుతుంది, ఫ్రాక్చర్ ఎక్కడ అవుతుంది, ఫస్ట్ ఈ సర్ఫేస్ దగ్గర అవుతుంది, మరి ఈ సర్ఫేస్ దగ్గర అవుతుంది, ఇంటర్ఫేస్ దగ్గర. ఈ సర్ఫేస్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్, ఈ సర్ఫేస్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్. సో but we treat this as only one refraction. So we don't consider refraction at two surfaces. Instead, we consider refraction at only one surface, only once. It is happening at two surfaces, but it's considered only once. This way. Now we can represent the thinness by its center line and a double arrow as shown. The red color arrow, double arrow in the student, that is a symbol for convex lens. All right. So convex lens, concave lens, symbol is double arrow this way, and a line with a edges. No symbol చూడండి students. Concave lens, convex lens కి ఎలా ఉంటుంది. Now let's see for rules for ray diagram, students. Let's do a quick revision. All right. I understand that you are all interested more in questions because that's what is required for Tsrjc or Polycet exam. But concepts, fundamentals are very important. So I'm just quickly revising the ray diagrams. Here's a convex lens. Here is C1, C2. Line joining C1 and C2 is principal axis. I remove the convex lens, the actual structure of the lens. I represent that with a double arrow. Here is the incident ray parallel to the principal axis. A light ray passing parallel to the principal axis refracts and passes through focus. This way. A ray from this side parallel to the principal axis passes, refracts and passes through focus on the other side of the lens. This way. So we've got F1 and F2. A ray passing through focus F1 will go parallel to the principal axis on the other side. A ray passing to the optic center, the center of the lens, goes undeviated. All right, this is very important. So that doesn't undergo any refraction. All right, but actually what is happening? Lens ila unte it's a refraction అవుతుంది. But రే డైరెక్షన్ మారదు, కొంచెం డిస్ప్లేస్ అవుతుంది రే అంతే. ప్రాక్టికల్లీ చూస్తే, minutely చూస్తే. But when we represent that with a double arrow and show only one refraction, we say that no refraction occurs. So we say light ray does not undergo refraction when light ray hits the optic center, passes through optic center of the lens. Now these two rules use చేసి మనం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని ఇమేజ్ ట్రేస్ చేయొచ్చు. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ది ఇమేజ్ ట్రేస్ చేయొచ్చు. How do we do that? I've got an object, yellow color arrow. Yeah, good. Vinay, Nikita, Pranay, Kranti, Nagalakshmi. Very good. Yeah, Neha, we will answer your question. That's a very good question. Neha has put a question. What happens if two convex lenses are placed in front of one another? What happens to the incident ray? Does it get refracted once or twice, or what happens to the incident ray? That's a very good question. We look into this question. All right. We have not designed that slide, but we will definitely answer this question, students. All right. Now let's go for the tracing of this shown image, yellow arrow. Here's the object. Draw two rays from the tip. One is parallel to principal axis. The other is through the optic center. So the intersection of these two is my image. Red color inverted arrow is my image. So what are the properties of this image? What are the characteristics of the image? So I've got rays from infinity. Object is at infinity. When the object is at infinity, incoming rays must be parallel, and they will pass through principal focus F2 like this. So image is at F2. Nature of the images, characteristics of the image are real, inverted, and highly diminished. No, it's a point size image, almost a point size. Good. Venkana, Nagalakshmi, Neha, Lata, good. Excellent, students. You are faster than me. Medha, Saiteja. So I'll go even faster. That's very good, students. You're all giving me so much of energy to go ahead. All right. So when it's beyond C1, this is the case. This is what we get. It passes through F2. The other through optic center goes undeviated, and the image is seen here. Nature of the image is real, inverted, and diminished. Now, what happens if it's at C1? If it's at C1, what happens, students? C1 దగ్గర ఉంటే ఏమవుతుంది? Exactly at C1 ఉంటే ఏమవుతుంది? Excellent, excellent. Satya, Shyam, Akhil, Neeraja, Chintamani, Pranay. Sharanya, focal length of the convex lens is positive, Sharanya. Yes, excellent. That's absolutely right. That's at C2. So let me be very quick. Here is the first ray, parallel to principal axis. The other ray through optic center goes undeviated. Intersection of these two is at C2. So nature of the image is real, inverted, and same size of the object as of that of the object. All right, that's brilliant, students. Brilliant. మీరు చాలా ఫాస్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. Excellent. You people are top rankers in TSRJC, I bet. Keep it up, students. Let's go for next one. When it is between C1 and F1, students. C1 and F2. C1 and F1, sorry. So draw one right ray parallel to principal axis. Passes through F2. The other through optic center. So it's beyond C1, C2, sorry. When it's between C1 and F1, it is beyond, image is formed beyond C2. Nature of the image real, inverted, and enlarged, magnified. Yes, Pranay, Nagalakshmi, good, excellent. Neha, Medha, Sai Teja, Sangeeta, Swapna, Charan Teja, Mohan, brilliant students, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Let's go for the next one. When it's your F1, what happens when it's your F1? Here is one ray, here is a ray through optic center, sorry, optic center, and they do not meet. They are parallel to each other. All right, that turns out to be geometrically they are parallel to each other. So nature of the image is real, inverted, and highly enlarged. When it is between F1 and optic center, now what happens? Yes, Pranay, Nagalakshmi, Satya, brilliant, at infinity. Through optic center, when I extend these rays backward, they appear to meet at this point. Virtual image is formed, which is shown with the dotted arrow there. It's on the same side. Nature of the image is real. Sorry, very sorry. Nature of the image is virtual, erect, and enlarged. All right. So this is the case in which we use magnifying lens. So magnifying lens మనం చదువుకున్నప్పుడు యూస్ చేస్తాం కదా ఈ కేస్ యూస్ చేస్తాం we keep the object, we adjust the object or whatever you're reading or whatever you're observing to be between optic center and f1 of the lens. అది వర్చువల్ గా ఎన్లార్జ్ అయ్యి అదర్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ది సేమ్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ది లెన్స్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది ఇమేజ్. యా కరెక్ట్. All right, now let's answer these questions, students. If at all you have got any doubts, you can post as Neha has posted. Hold on a second, students. There's a glitch. Just a second. All right. So look at this, students. We've got a question. Rays incident dash move through focus after refraction. Rays incident perpendicular to principal axis, parallel to principal axis, on focus through radius curvature. All right. So which of these options fits into the blank? All right. So what's the answer for this one, students? Good. We are already getting answers now. Satya is right. Shyam is right. Charan is right. Brilliant. Neeraja is right. Pranay is right. Everyone is right. Absolutely right. Lata, Mohammed, Medha, Swapna, Akhila, Pranay, Sharanya. Good. All right. That's absolutely right. Which is parallel to principal axis. The ray parallel to principal axis passes through focus after refraction. Rays incident on dash diverges from focal plane of the concave lens. Focus parallel to principal axis, parallel rays making some angle with principal axis through center of curvature. Diverge from focal plane of concave lens. Rays incident on all right, mixed response, mixed response. Look at the key students, it's three. All right, let's go for the next one. A man on shore looks with dash height to a fish in water. More height, less height, equal height, or triple the height. మనం షోర్ లో ఒక ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఉంటుంది, వాటర్ ఎయిర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఉంటుంది. వాటర్ లో ఫిష్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఫిష్ కి మన హైట్ ఎక్కువ కనిపిస్తుందా, తక్కువ కనిపిస్తుందా, ఈక్వల్ కనిపిస్తుందా? మన హైట్ ఫిష్ కి ఎక్కువ కనిపిస్తుందా, మోర్, లెస్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్? Triple is anyway doesn't make sense because we have not mentioned the refractive index of the water. Guess Nagalakshmi. Yeah, Raju, Sita, Pranay, Mudassir, Sangeeta, good. Excellent. That's absolutely right. That's more. ఎక్కువ కనిపిస్తుంది. మనకి distance of the fish from the interface తక్కువ కనిపిస్తుంది. But my height will be appearing little more than what the actual height is to the fish in the denser medium. All right, here is a factual question. Refractive index is more for glass, diamond, air, kerosene. Sharanya is brilliant, good. Sharanya, Akhil, Vignana, Chintamani, Bhanupriya, Lata, Venkana, Charan Teja, Mohan, Mudassir, Kranti, good. Excellent. Vinay, there are so many who are brilliantly answering. Okay, this is a factual question, students. I'm getting mixed response on this one. Here is a fact. It's diamond. It's more for diamond amongst all four. Highest is for diamond. Which of these following is a Snell's law? Which one of these following is a Snell's law? Which one of the following is the Snell's law, students? Sorry, is not the Snell's law. Sorry. Which is not the Snell's law in the following? All right, be careful when you read this question. Which is not the Snell's law? Yes, good. Tirupati, Kranti, Pranay, Suhita, Sridhar, Ajay, Sangeeta, good. Mohan, excellent. That is absolutely right. 2 is absolutely right, students. N1 sin I is equal to N2 sin R. 3 is also same thing, just transpose cross multiply cheste 1 వచ్చేస్తుంది. Fourth one is in terms of velocity. Sin I by V1 is equal to sin R by V2. Critical angle for diamond is, it's again a factual question, students. Critical angle, students, factual questions ఉంటాయి, logical ఉంటాయి, mathematical ఉంటాయి, students. Kinds of questions. Mathematical ఉంటాయి, you will have to solve the problem. You will have to frame an equation and solve the problem. 1 by v plus 1 by is equal to 1 by f అలాంటి ఈక్వేషన్స్ ఫ్రేమ్ చేసి సెన్స్ యూస్ చేసి ఆర్ మిర్రర్ ఈక్వేషన్ యూస్ చేసి ఆర్ లెన్స్ ఈక్వేషన్ యూస్ చేసి లెన్స్ మేకర్ ఫార్ములా యూస్ చేసి సాల్వ్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. ది అదర్ ఆర్ ఫ్యాక్చువల్ క్వశ్చన్స్, సమ్ ఆర్ లాజికల్ క్వశ్చన్స్. లాజికల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ మనం చూసాము. ఒక క్వశ్చన్ చూసాము, ఫిష్ అండ్ height of a person for a fish, how does with respect to fish, how does it observe fish observe the height? All right, so here's the factual question. Yes, 24.4 degrees, that's good. Sharanya, okay, Neha has a doubt whether it's okay. It's absolutely right. 3 is absolutely right. If a light ray enters a diamond, which makes the diamond shine? Total reflection, reflection, refraction, or refractive index? Which of these four makes the diamond shine? Good, good, good. Brilliant students. It's one. Charanya, Sangeeta, Raju, Neha, Pranay, Andrew, Lata. Excellent students. Excellent. Medha has written total determination. That's brilliant. All right. Here is the next question. Light traveling from a denser medium to a rarer medium along a normal to the boundary is reflected towards the normal, is reflected away from the normal, goes along the boundary, is not refracted at all. Along the normal, students, along the normal. Note, when it goes along the normal, yes, note that it's going along the normal. Along the normal, I is 0, so R is also equal to 0. It goes undeviated. All right, my bad, students. The option is wrong here. It's supposed to be undeviated. Fourth option. A ray of light passes. Yes, Satya is right. Charanya is right. Yeah, all right. So ray of light passes from glass into air. The angle of refraction will be equal to the angle of incidence, greater than angle of incidence, smaller than angle of incidence, or 45 degrees. From glass to air, students, from denser to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. That means it's, yeah, everyone is right this time. Yes, Tirupati, it's online. Okay, speed of light in air is, this is a very pretty easy question. Chara easy question, students, it's a factual question. Units note chain ante 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second, 3 into 10 power 8 mm per second, millimeter per second, 3 into 10 power 8 kilometer per second, 3 into 10 power 8 centimeter per second. So speed of light is in meters per second, it's 3 into 10 power 8, right? Yeah. Now note this question, students. A ray of light traveling in air goes into water. The angle of refraction will be. ఇప్పుడు రేర్ టు డెన్సర్ వెళ్తుంది స్టూడెంట్స్. ఓ ఐమ్ సారీ. Yeah. Done. Sorry. Yeah, here it is. Sorry for the glitch, students. Sorry for the glitch. బై మిస్టేక్ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ స్టాప్ అయింది. అది మళ్ళీ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేయాల్సి వచ్చింది. All right. So here the answer should be smaller than angle because it bends towards the normal. From rarer to denser, it bends towards the normal. So smaller than the angle of incidence. All right. Speed of light in air is 3 times 10 power 8 meters per second. Speed of light in oil is 2 into 10 power 8 meters per second. Find the refractive index of the oil. So how do we find the refractive index given speeds of light in the medium? How do we find, students? I've got refractive indexes. Speed of light in vacuum or air by speed of light in the medium. So that is nothing but 3 into 10 power 8 by 2 into 10 power 8. Yes. Option 1 is absolutely right, and everyone has mentioned option 1. Brilliant. Now here is the next one. A ray of light traveling in air strikes a glass slab at an angle of 45 degrees. Calculate incidence angle if the refractive index is root 2. This is the last question, students. After this, you've got biology session. Every subject is important, students. Every subject, every mark, every question is important. Prati mark is important for you to get a good score. మంచి ర్యాంక్ రావాలంటే మార్క్స్ మంచి రావాలి. మంచి మార్క్స్ రావాలంటే ప్రతి సబ్జెక్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ స్టూడెంట్స్. నాకు బయాలజీ ఇష్టం నేను ఫిజిక్స్ చేయను, ఆర్ నాకు ఫిజిక్స్ ఇష్టం నేను బయాలజీ చేయను, ఆర్ మ్యాథ్స్ చేయను అలా అంటే అలా చేయకూడదు. యూ షుడ్ బి కంఫర్టబుల్ ఇన్ ఆల్ ది సబ్జెక్ట్స్. యూ షుడ్ గివ్ ప్రయారిటీ. You should not prioritize. You should give equal importance to all the subjects. అన్ని సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఈక్వల్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. Yes, is absolutely right. One is absolutely right. Swapna, Premalata, Venkana, Bapu, Vinay, Kranti. Brilliant. Good. So with this, we have concluded the physics session, students. Stay tuned for biology session. I request Fatima ma'am to continue the session, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening, students. I hope you all are doing great. Okay. So as sir already informed you that now we are having our biology session, right? So just give me 1 minute to share the screen. And then we will do biology. Okay. Just a second, students. Okay. So, okay. So in biology session, our today's topic is respiration. Okay, students, this is our theory class. We will be discussing what is respiration. Okay, it is different from breathing. Okay, so in this class, we will be doing some detailing on respiration. So let's quickly start the session. Okay. First of all, let us clear the confusion that what is the difference between respiration and breathing. Breathing means generally when you inhale air and exhale air. Okay, that process is known as breathing. But when there is the, oxidation, and in that the role of oxygen is involved, then we call it as respiration. Okay. Our today's topic is respiration that we will learn over here. Okay, first of all, let us understand that how this respiration came into existence. Earlier, the term is this respiration came into use a century after the word breathing was used. Okay, it was much before people knew that the air is a mixture of gases, and they hardly knew anything about all life processes that take place internally in a living body. Okay, respiration was used in medical terms, usually referred to as a process of involving what? Passage of gases. Okay, and that too passage of gases, passage of air, and production of body heat. Okay, this process only in medical term was called as respiration. But in the 18th century, what happened? Lavoisier and Priestley, they did the comprehensive work on the properties of gases. Okay, and their exchange, properties of gases and their exchange, and respiration, that we came to know something about how the process of gases exchange go on in our body. Okay, this was all done when these two scientists, Priestley and Lavoisier, they did the experiment on the gases in the 18th century. Then we came to know that there is something different, the term respiration, from breathing, and the process goes on in our body also. Okay, what are the steps involved in uh, respiration? The first and the foremost step is breathing only. Breathing means you have to uh, exhale air, or sorry, inhale air, and then you have to exhale air. So, what is breathing? Air movement in and out of lungs. This is known as breathing. After breathing, what happens? There is a gaseous exchange at different levels in our body. Okay, first gaseous exchange is there in the lungs. In the lungs, from how does it? It is there in your nostrils only. When you inhale air, what happens? It passes through this nasal passage. But in the nasal passage also, there is mucus lining. There is a hair lining. So what happens? This air is get filtered through the first of all the lining of the hairs, and then it passes through the mucus, so that whatever dust is there, it gets sticks to the mucus, and then it goes inside. All right. After that, what happened in this gaseous exchange? What happens when you inhale air? It will enter the first of all, there is a bronchus. This is bronchus, right? Air passage. There is an air tube through which air passage whenever passes whenever we inhale air. After that, what happens? There are bronchi, it gets divided, then it enters the lungs. Inside the lungs, there are alveolar sacs where it enters. So there is a long process in it. Okay, students? After the gases exchange, what happens? Gas transports by blood. Okay, transport of oxygen from blood capillaries of alveoli to body cells, and then return of carbon dioxide again. Okay, after the transportation of gases, what happens? Gases exchange at tissue level. Okay, means first gases exchange will be there in the lungs, in the alveoli. Okay, and then after that, gases exchange will be there in the tissues, and then after that, what will be there? There will be cellular respiration. Okay, using this oxygen in cell processes to produce carbon dioxide and water, releasing energy to be used for life processes. Okay, so there are several processes involved in respiration. Okay, we'll do one by one. Okay, this is a okay. We will come to MCQs also, but let's do a quick revision, students. Okay, see, this is the pathway of how the air enters in the alveoli. First, we have nasal cavity through which there is a nostril also through which the air enters in the body. Okay. After that, you can see there is an epiglottis, there is pharynx and larynx. Okay, epiglottis is a membrane which prevents entering the air, sorry, mixing of the air in pharynx and larynx. Okay, then we have trachea, that is also known as air pipe. Then we have bronchus. This trachea is again divided into two parts, each entering a lung. And after this bronchi, it further branches into bronchioles. Okay, in the lung we have capillaries, we have alveoli. In the alveoli we have capillaries in which O2 and CO2 exchange takes place. See, this is how, this is a long process. This is As I can see, maximum of you are asking about MCQs, so no problem. I can go to MCQs also. Just give me 1 minute. I'm ending it. And then we will quickly go to the questions as per your demands. Will not do theory. Okay. Let me put it on slideshow. So here we have come on questions. Okay. But it is very important, students, to go through the theory also, because if you will know the detailing, then only you will be able to answer. But if you are demanding for MCQs, let's do the MCQs only. Okay, so first question we have, like, respiratory organs in cockroaches are, and quickly answer the question, students, whether it is blood vessels, mucus glands, gills, or trachea. Okay, I am getting the responses as trachea, and yes, you all are correct. Trachea is the right answer. Okay, next question we have, several intermediate products are formed in combustion, respiration and combustion, respiration, or heating charcoal powder. Excellent, students. I am so glad to see that everyone is responding in the class. Keep responding. Several intermediate products are formed in combustion, respiration and combustion, respiration, or heating charcoal powder. Students, answer this question. Okay, as I can see, there are mixed responses. See, the correct answer will be option number 3, respiration. In the respiration, there are several intermediate products. There is water is released, carbon dioxide is released, energy is released. So the correct answer will be option number 3. Those who have selected option number 3, you all are correct. Medha, Mudassir, students, all those who have selected option 3, you all are right. Okay. Pranay is there. Ravi. Okay. Next question. Who wrote that respiration is a combustion, very slow indeed, and oxygen not only combines with carbon but also with hydrogen? You have to answer that whose quotation is this. Respiration is a combustion, very slow indeed, and oxygen not only combines with carbon but also with hydrogen. Lavoisier, Priest, Engelmann, Inzigenhaus. Who wrote that respiration is a combustion, very slow indeed, oxygen not only combined with carbon but also with hydrogen? Quick, students, answer this question. Okay, these quotation is of Lavoisier. Okay, not Priestley, students. So the correct answer will be Lavoisier. Option number 1 is the right answer. I can see Muhammad Ansar, Mudassir, Chintamani, Nagalakshmi. Okay, and all those who have selected option number 1, you all are right. Next question. Hemoglobin of blood transports. And your options are number 1, oxygen only. Option number 2, carbon dioxide only. Option number 3, both oxygen and carbon dioxide. Or is it option number 4, nitrogen only? We are talking about hemoglobin of blood, students. Yes, what is the correct answer, students? Hemoglobin of blood transports oxygen only, carbon dioxide only, both oxygen and carbon dioxide, or nitrogen only. Students, the correct answer will be, for this question, it will be option number 1, oxygen only. Okay? It mixes with carbon dioxide. Okay? But for the transportation, it will be oxygen only. And carbon dioxide also, both carbon dioxide. Okay, the correct answer will be option number 3, hemoglobin of blood transports both oxygen and carbon dioxide. When it mixes with oxygen, it forms oxyhemoglobin, and when it mixes with carbon dioxide, it forms carboxyhemoglobin. Okay, carboxyhemoglobin is carried to the heart again for filtration, and mixing it with the lungs and bringing it back to the lungs, and oxygen, that is oxyhemoglobin, is transported to the tissue cells. So the correct answer will be option number 3. Next question. In plants, exchange of gases takes place through stomata, surface of roots, lenticels on stem, or all the above. In plants, exchange of gases takes place through stomata, surface of roots, lenticels on stem, or all the above. Quickly answer the question, students. What will be the correct answer? Okay, I can see maximum of you have replied as option number 1. But let me tell you, the correct answer will be all the above. If there is a confusion, let me tell you. On the surface of roots also, there are tiny, pores are there through which gaseous exchange takes place. And in the lenticels of stem also, there are tiny pores. That is why the correct answer will be all the above. Although maximum exchange of gases takes place through stomata. Okay. Next question. Breathing roots or aerial roots are present in, and your options are number 1, aquatic plants. Option number 2, mangrove plants. Option number 3, terrestrial plants. Or is it option number 4, desert plants? Hurry up, students. What will be the correct answer for this question? In plants, exchange of gases, breathing roots or aerial roots are present in aquatic plants, mangrove plants, terrestrial plants, or desert plants. Okay, the correct answer for this question is option number 2, mangrove plant. Okay, those who have selected option 2, you all are right. Satya, Sita, Akhil. Okay, students, option number 2 is the correct answer for this question. Next question. During daytime, the rate of this process is usually higher than respiration in plants. Photosynthesis, transport, nutrition, or respiration. During daytime, the rate of this process is higher than respiration. Okay, the correct answer is photosynthesis. Okay, and photosynthesis during daytime. Why it is higher? Because sunlight is there in the daytime only, and photosynthesis is not possible without sunlight. Next question. Which of the following is known as the energy currency of cells in biology? And your options are number 1, ATP, option number 2, DDT, option number 3, DTP, or is it option number 4, ADP? Which of the following is known as energy currency of cells in biology? ATP, DDT, DTP, or ADP? Okay. Students, the correct answer for this question is ATP. I can see all of you have written the correct answer. Next question. These are the end products of aerobic respiration. Okay, students, we are talking about aerobic respiration. And your options are number 1, carbon dioxide, option number 2, H2O, that is water, option number 3, energy, or is it option number 4, all the above? Which one is the right answer, students? These are the end products of aerobic respiration. Carbon dioxide, water, energy, or all the above? Yes. Neha is right. The correct answer is option number 4, all the above. All of you are right. Next question. The air we breathe out precipitates water, lime water, sodium hydroxide, or sugar solution. The air we breathe out precipitates water, lime water, sodium hydroxide, or is it sugar solution? Okay. The correct answer for this question will be water. This is, oh, my bad. This is not the correct answer. The correct answer will be water, not lime water. Okay. Students, all those who have selected option number 1, water, you all are correct. Next question. Cluster of air sacs in lungs are, and your options are number 1, alveoli, option number 2, bronchi, option number 3, bronchioles, or is it option number 4, air spaces? Cluster of air sacs in lungs are alveoli, bronchi, bronchioles, or air spaces. Hurry up, students. This is very easy question. Yes, the correct answer is option number 1, alveoli, not air spaces. Okay? Alveoli is the right answer, students. All those who have selected option 1, you all are right. Next question. We will find vocal cords in. And your options are number 1, larynx, option number 2, pharynx, option number 3, nasal cavity, or is it option number 4, trachea? We will find vocal cords in larynx, pharynx, nasal cavity, or trachea. Hurry up, children. Okay, Bhanu Priya saying larynx. Raju Devasni also saying larynx. Others are saying option number 4. Let's check the correct answer. Students, the correct answer is larynx. Okay. Vocal cords are there in larynx. So all those who have selected option number 1, you all are right. Next question. Respiration is a catabolic process because, and your options are number 1, breakdown of complex food molecules. Option number 2, conversion of light energy. Or is it option number 3, synthesis of chemical energy? Or is it option number 4, energy storage? Respiration is a catabolic process because breakdown of complex food molecules, conversion of light energy, synthesis of chemical energy, or is it energy storage? All right. I can see maximum of you are replying. Excellent, students. Excellent. Maximum of your answers are also correct. You all are doing great, students. The correct answer is option number 1. Well done, students. I cannot take everyone's name, but Mudassir, Satya, Manupriya, Akhila. Okay, you all are correct. Sridhar, names are moving very fast. I cannot take everyone's name, students, but you all are doing great. Next question. Energy is stored in, and your options are number 1, nucleus. Option number 2, mitochondria. Option number 3, ribosomes. Or is it option number 4, cell wall? Energy is stored in nucleus, mitochondria, ribosomes, or cell wall. Quick, students. Okay. I'm already getting the answer. Maximum of you are saying mitochondria, and yes, you all are correct. Option number 2 is the right answer. Next question. In this process, food is broken down to release energy. And your options are number 1, photosynthesis. Option number 2, expression. Option number 3, respiration. Or is it option number 4, circulation? Hurry up, students. Okay, the correct answer is respiration. Option number 3. Well done, students. The correct answer is option number 3. Next question. The gas liberated in heating powdered charcoal is carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen, or all the above. Gas liberated in heating powdered charcoal, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen, or all the above. There are mixed responses for this question. The correct answer will be carbon dioxide. Okay, the correct answer is carbon monoxide. Okay, so all those who have selected option number 2, you all are correct. The correct answer is carbon monoxide. Whenever we heat coal or charcoal, always carbon monoxide is released. Next question. Exchange of gases takes place in these parts of lungs. Bronchioles, alveoli, bronchus, or pleura. Exchange of gases takes place in these parts of lung. Bronchioles, alveoli, bronchus, or pleura. Yes, students, the correct answer is alveoli. All right, students, I am ending till here. I'm leaving it till here. Okay, we will meet again tomorrow with new upcoming videos, new topics. Till then, stay tuned. Okay, keep revising and please do refer to your friends and family members also so that they can also be benefited by these free classes for the exams like Polycet and Tsrjc. Okay, and yes, do not forget to subscribe JET program. All right, students, thank you so much. Bye bye, everyone.